Hello and welcome to episode 22 of our Timberborn Update 5 playthrough with the Iron Teeth faction here in cycle 35, day 13. Before we get started, did want to let you guys know there was another update to the update, or an unupdate, depending on how you want to refer to that as. But what they've done, I'll just do a quick summary here, because not a lot of this affects the Iron Teeth too much. They've reverted the changes made in the previous update to the irrigation and the levees and floodgates and everything blocking that. So that's no longer a thing. It functions as it normally did, as we've come to expect for the previous 2+ years of however long this game has been out. But they've added a couple of buildings, and like I said, most of the stuff was for the folktales, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. At least not yet, until we get into the folktales videos. But what they've done is they've changed the way that you interact with the badwater. So you can see on screen I've put in a little bit of the update page. You can see the folktales now have a couple of new buildings to process things, and they've got this like clamp-like dome thing that comes down. Well, it's actually called the badwater dome, and it's basically just a way to shut the badwater source thing off entirely. And then they have a new badwater rig building that will allow you to create some sort of a other good that isn't relevant to us because we're not playing that faction, but feel free to go and look for yourself if you so choose. The badwater discharge is what we're concerned about, because that's Iron Teeth. That is basically the same thing as the badwater dome, except you can open and close it during a drought to let badwater continue to come out. Which, by the way, badwater, according to this, if I'm reading this correctly, also stops coming out during a drought, unless you have that building built, which is interesting. I don't know why that would modify that behavior, but we might have to look into that, because we've been pretty dependent on the badwater for all of our power generating purposes. But aside from that, the irrigation tower is no longer in the game, which is a folktales building, so not really super relevant to us. But now we have a couple of other fun things, like the irrigation barrier, which is just the Iron Teeth counterpart to the contamination barrier, which is the folktales only version. All it does is stops pollution from passing through. Well, the contamination barrier does, but the irrigation barrier stops everything from passing through. So that if you wanted for some reason to keep the mechanic that they added in the previous update but removed with this update, I guess that's kind of confusing if I word it like that. But if you like that for some reason, you can build one of those irrigation barriers. And then there's also a large water pump folktales only thing. Again, not going to spend too much time on that. There's also dandelions have come back, and they've got a new antidote generating building relating to that. But that's it. That's all we have to worry about for our purposes, because, well, we aren't playing the folktales. So we're going to go ahead and jump right on in, turbo ourselves through the night. At the end of the last episode, we put in all these deep water pumps. Oh, hey, look, a drought. So I guess we'll see what happens when these things dry up. You can see they've got these little, I guess you would call this maybe not really a whirlpool, because the water's not going down. I guess, well, I don't know what the actual term would be for this. But there's these 4 sources here. We should see them stop doing this, and the water level, water speed, and all that go down once that's taken place here. But now that it's not dark outside, I guess I could either slow it down or pause. We built all this, time-lapsed at the very end. We did not rebuild the tanks, which we really, really need to do ASAP, because our water storage has gone way down. A number of you left comments about that, which I am thankful for, but we do need to go ahead and build some more storage, because these guys right now not prioritized by haulers, so all of them are having to go all the way up here to put water in. I guess this one tank, which also is not prioritized by haulers. So as much as I would love to keep having this blown out, I think I'm going to have to leave at least a little bit of this alone to put in a couple of these tanks here. So it looks like we can be on our way by putting in a couple of these guys, large tanks, set those to water and supply. Just make sure those get built eventually. We do have the metal blocks, we do have the gears, and we do have the planks, because we bumped up all of our production the last time. So that's looking good. I guess while we're waiting for them to actually build this stuff, I could show you what this new stuff looks like in the menus here. Landscaping, menu is going to give you the irrigation barrier. And like I said, that's just a thing that stops irrigation and contamination from spreading beneath. I don't know that we're going to use this, but that is where it is. And then if we go over to the water tab, we now have the badwater discharge. It's kind of like a, I guess the iris on a camera. If you're familiar with how that works, it just kind of opens and closes in a spiral thing. It's got a couple blades. So this is the thing that we're going to be possibly putting on here, depending on if that actually keeps bad water flowing during droughts, because we're kind of dependent on that. The tooltip text says, seals a bad water source can be opened or closed at will. When open, maintains bad water flow during droughts. So I'm assuming there's some sort of a mechanism or something inside that we don't see, judging by the 300 gears it requires, as opposed to just, you know, building a cap, which would be a bunch of metal and maybe a few gears, like the folktales have. I don't know what the recipe is. I haven't played with folktales in update 5 yet, but we'll see. Should be interesting. It looks like we're going to have one of these before too long. Other things that you guys mentioned in the previous episode, among several, is that we have currently only 69 beavers actually working and a lot of bots. So I've received requests to lower the working hours, so we'll start with going down to 16. And eventually we'll take that down as well, but we really, really have to get some more bots constructed here. Which is why that we had these gear workshops and lumber mills and everything started last time, because we had a lot of stuff to do. And I heard people talking about, you don't have enough wood. Well, we do. These guys are just slow. So what we need to do is we need to make sure all of our lumberjack flags are prioritized by haulers, which they were not. And that was, I think it was mainly these two, but there's plenty of wood. We're not going to run out. We just have to have better logistics on moving it around. And since we are kind of bot deficient at the moment, at least in the main district, the hauling posts have been a little bit neglected. So that's one thing we can take care of, hopefully, sometime soon. Looks like they're going to try to finish the rest of this, but that's okay. We're not super hurting for water just yet. But outside of that, I got a lot of comments saying last episode and the previous episode saying that I had not connected all of the corners here, and I racked my brain trying to figure out where that problem was, but it's right here. So that has been fixed. You're vindicated, all of you. What kind of weird flickering is happening here? Huh. I don't know if that's a graphical glitch or if that's intended from beavers just coming in and leaving. Very strange. It looks like it's a graphical glitch, because it's only certain zoom levels that it's actually limiting. Huh. Kind of strange. But yeah, we also eventually are going to have these stairs connect to different levels, because right now you have to just go all the way around constantly, and it's kind of a chore, kind of a difficult thing to can I even see down in here? Yeah, it's kind of a difficult thing to get around if you want to go directly above you. Please do not crash, thank you. Like these guys trying to go here have to go all the way around, where I don't know. I understand this is vanilla, and I'm not intending to say that it's garbage without the ladders, but I really do like the ladders. Oh man, that was that would have been cool if I could have done that, but hey, this is also fine. Also, you guys seem to like the trees. I like the trees as well. I think we're going to keep them and expand this out a little bit more, and we'll see what that ends up entailing. But when this becomes bad water again, I'm kind of afraid that it's going to kill all of our soybeans. And I know there's not really any reason, if it's going down that far, that separated, for it to do so, but I'm also cripplingly curious, because this is why we did this in the first place, right? Why we excavated this and blasted all of it out, was to see if that would stop the bad water contamination from occurring. And now that they've changed it back, we get to find out, because we know this is definitely going to do it. So I actually we have 23,000 signs. We're good. Can I? Oh no. Oh no, I can't. I can't place these on top of levees. Okay, it's time for some science. Can I place that and have a levee on top of it? No. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's bad because if I ever, for some reason, allow bad water to come through here, we're done. It's over. It's super over. So I guess this is actually going to be pretty important. I don't know. Can I place a platform on top of this? We're learning in real time. Yes, I can. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove this, and I believe we'll try putting two of these things right here, these irrigation barriers, and build... Oh, I didn't check to see if I could build stairs on top of it. I cannot. Okay. Well, you know what that means? It means we were blowing it up so I could put the platform on top of it. But that should, in theory, work pretty well there. We've got plenty of soybeans, plenty of eggplant, not grapefruit. And I've got to plant some more corn here to get that. I think for right now, our canola is probably fine. I do want to continue planting some more. So since we're already over here, taking our time moving things around. Oh, the bot just broke down. I'm going to undo all of these paths because I'd rather have way too much than not enough, you know? We'll plant all of this as canola. That's a-okay. This right here does not need to be a thing because nobody's going through this thing. It just has to be here. Also, I'm planning on moving this. I just have to figure out how to do that without sending every beaver to every other district, because that's going to be a nightmare to try and fix that. But cassava, like we said before, really do not have enough of that, so that's going in here. We'll continue that as we do. We've got extract here. Extract goes there, so I'm actually going to remove these, which means we can remove that. And the way this is set up, well, okay, this is going to be going away anyway, so I guess what I should do is I should just be getting rid of all of these paths instead. This, I guess this still needs to be here. I'm going to plant all of this as corn, and this should keep berries in check down here. That should be fine. I think otherwise we're looking okay on our raw plants. Doesn't seem to be that much of an issue, so we'll leave that as we will. Extract being slowly brought into here. Looks like this is all working well, and we have this water tank, which I will prioritize by haulers here. And this one is almost done as well, just needs a couple more planks, and it looks like we're just about back to where we were before. Yeah. See, look at this. That's how you know. That's how you know this isn't blocking anything anymore, because now it's infected the ground underneath. But it hasn't poisoned the water because it says contamination 0%. I think that's kind of interesting. So other things that we really need to do here is we need some power, and we need some bot charging stations. And we have plenty of power flowing through here. We just don't have any way of actually harnessing it. So one of my thoughts was that we would kind of blast this down a little bit and take our large water wheels and stick them into this channel, because it's not really that deep. I'm pretty sure if I just had this barely above where the water line is here, we would be in a pretty decent shape. So what I will do is I'll just take this. I know they're not going to be able to get down here. That's fine. But then this entire bit right here, I think I will triple dynamite. And I think it's going to have to go down 3, and then I might have to go down 1 more, but we'll at least do the 3. Look how fast this water is going back up. Love to see that. That's fantastic. And our number of logs isn't going up quite as fast as I would hope. So maybe we need to have a Yeah, maybe we need to have, say, this guy removed and replaced with a lumberjack. So that's what I will do. We'll just unplant this, and whenever they, you know, harvest it, we'll put another lumberjack in there. Huh, they never, this guy never planted these trees. Interesting. Interesting. Man, I'm just so curious. I wished this was a bad tide so we could see this, because I know it's not going to happen this episode, because it's going to take way too long otherwise. But if we get rid of that, I can put this here, and then the stairs back up to the top. We really don't need these stairs to be here, honestly, but, oh, they can't get to this. Duh. And I have these, some of these wood things paused because we didn't have enough logs. So once that's been fixed, we can go back and start doing some of this other stuff. But we have so many beavers, I don't think we really need to worry about any of this. That would be a dumb place to put that, because you'd have to walk all over the place here. I'll put one here. That's fine. It's going to take them a while to get there. Oh, this guy. This guy right next door here, I will unplant, and I'll make him a lumberjack too. Part of the reason I didn't put a bunch of these guys in here is because I didn't want to use up all of our beavers just chopping wood. So that will be an easy problem to solve when we don't have the amount of beaver deficit. Well, which is actually now, because we have more beavers who aren't working than beavers who are working. So easy problem to solve. Oh, these guys right here are no longer in range of all of this metal, so they can go away. And that's looking good. When we eventually put a efficient mine on this, I'm pretty sure this can't be underwater, so we are going to have to build levees around this. Yes. So I guess I will start. Yeah, I'll start by doing this wall at the very least. And then we'll have to pump it out. And I think that's going to be fine. I know it doesn't need to be any bigger than this, and we actually want this bad water to flow out. So that's going to be an interesting problem for us to solve. I think, oh, you know what? If we just have this going straight, we can actually bridge over the bad water source. And that would be within an acceptable distance of how this is set up. Unless we wanted to come in from the side. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Plenty of stuff before we get to there, though. Looks like our extract production is going very nicely here. So that's good to see. I really got to turn these bots back on. These assemblers, and I think most of the factories. Yeah, not the ones for the heads, but we still... That's the only pieces we have left. The ones I paused. How's that work? Oh, okay, no, I paused all of them. Never mind. Yeah, I just got to get more wood harvested before I can do much of anything else. We are definitely behind on that. The one thing I also wanted to do, we haven't had time yet, is to put a power shaft running right through the middle of this guy, so we could have power over here for everything. But I think it's probably more realistic that we end up having power over in this area. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So our large water wheel, should we choose to build at this height, is going to have just a tiny bit of water actually going through it. So what we're going to have to do, I'm going to take this down one more little bit right here. And then we'll put at least one wheel, maybe two, and see how that ends up going, because this would be a good place right here to have some bot charging stations. And depending on how the rest of this goes, we could send power across and then over this way, or just not worry about it and have some other recreation right here, because, you know, this is also pretty close to everything over here. So if we did a couple of wind tunnels, we could actually blast the... Oh, look at them coming right out of the woodwork with all of these explosives right here. Love to see that. Okay, is that 4 tall? It looks like it is. So if we did... So I don't know that I want to get rid of all this, because I think we might need to have some more... Might need to have some more kohlrabis over here. But this is also already kind of set up like that. I know I did say the hydroponic gardens were going to be moving. I'm going to put them probably down here somewhere. So we could just expand our kohlrabi production down there. And I'd also need to connect staircase to go down. So maybe that's what I'll do right here, is I could just have that come all the way down. Well, regardless, this whole area has to be blasted out, which I probably am just going to do all at once. Yeah, that seems to be the most logical conclusion here. We'll just double this and then start building up or down into it as everything warrants. We're still in single time speed, by the way. We need to get a move on here. We're going to get through this drought. All right, so if I put a water wheel here, it should be, yeah, perfect height. Perfect height. Shouldn't ever flood. So I just have to decide how I want this to be set up here. But what that does mean is that this is also going to have to be at least right here. This little bit is going to have to be detonated down all the way. I guess I could just have this go down too. Yeah, we got to build the bridge back again like we had before. Now this is 4 tiles tall, so we'll start with this and this. This will go all the way across to, I believe I can get, if I have a 6x, oh yeah, look at that. I can have this actually go, if I have 2 5x's, like that. Yep, that would be perfect. I just couldn't get into here. Well, it's actually not ideal. Here I go again, trying to fix all my problems the wrong way. The wrong way indeed. Okay. Now if I go 5x, that's way too short. 4x here. Oh, no, I can still do this with 4x's. 2 4x's. Easy. Problem solved. So what that's going to do, I say as I push the button too many times, put the 4x's here. That will allow, because remember this... Oh, you know what? I still did it wrong. Okay, well, you know, it's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll survive. Because I do want this to connect down to the correct level here. All right, this is looking pretty good. Now I have the drought here in place coming up, so we'll see what happens with our badwater. I see the current level. I can't tell if this has gone down or not because I haven't checked, but I suspect it might be going down. So our power output is very slowly declining. Yep, it sure is. So that's actually going to yep, sure does. All right, well, that's a very good incentive for us to get this badwater discharge constructed. This is so far away. I don't even have materials for this, so that's definitely not going to be this episode. But, yeah, 50 dynamite makes me think that they're going to blast down here. I know they're not actually going to, but they're going to, when you build the building, pretend like they blasted down that far, and then put in a whole bunch of mechanisms and stuff. But this is all looking pretty decent. So that's going to be connected here. I'm actually going to... yeah, we could actually have this whole thing be kind of a... kind of like a little maintenance area to get in here. Then come back up. But yeah, this... Please do not walk in the explosion area. Thank you very much. And now this can come all the way down again. But they can't get down there. I know. I know. We'll get it figured out. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. One little piece at a time. Remember, we don't have a ton of explosives, so I don't want to do all of this at the exact same time. but we will be making our way toward that eventually. All right. So large water wheel for bot charging. Each one of those chargers is what, 50? Yeah. And then if we wanted to, we could also put in wind tunnels in this area and figure out some way to connect it that makes sense. Those take 400 apiece. We might actually need a couple of these large water wheels here. Now, if I go all the way to the end, if I do this, I can almost fit 3 of these guys. So what I need to do is I need to actually blow all of this up. Oh, the level went down because these badwater sources are turned off. So we could actually have a real beavers come down here and build this. But I'm going to remove that because then if we do that, I can actually center these a little bit. Nobody cares if it looks cool. Okay, well, I kind of do, so... I think that's probably okay. We could also just do this, which I'm kind of inclined to do. Just have this completely blocked off right here. I think that would be okay. So what we need to do with that is then put in... I guess it probably should be levees. Yeah, because that's going to force the water to go through. There we go. Yeah, that right there should work magnificently. And then they're going to have a hard time getting into this, so we're probably going to have to do some tomfoolery here. But I think what we're going to have to do is do one of these things. Yep. Compress it a little bit, not folding. Don't worry. Those of you who are militantly opposed to me doing folding, I don't really understand why, but rest assured I will not subject you to yet another episode of all that nonsense. So they can build all of that except for right here until I put in a thing like that. Can I? Yes. Yeah, this is going to generate just absolute ridiculous amounts of power here. Yes, I know I still have to detonate all of this, but I can't get to it with blasting away there. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting project considering we don't have that many planks in stock. What is this? Home Depot? Yeah, we're really going to need to have some more wood cutting going on. That's right. So I was going to put this guy in here, and that guy still hasn't even been taken care of yet. So that's done. You know, it's a process, very, very slow process, but they should be able to take care of this, and eventually they will be bots. I just don't have enough bots right now because I can't make them because factories are all turned off. But, you know, it's just one of those things. One of those things you got to do it. Just got to get it done. Now, what are we waiting on here? Okay, they can't reach it. Okay, well, they won't be able to reach it later either, unless I just have... Please don't crash, thank you. I can just have this kind of extended out this way. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the fun way over here. They can't reach this, really? Oh, that's because of the way the stairs are. That's right, that's right. Well, we'll get it figured out. As soon as these 3 are done, we'll set this off. There we go. And now, this path can get built all the way through here. So what has to happen is, I believe the best thing to do is going to be to have this entire row removed. And then we, of course, because of the way the nubs work, we have to have them either attached with a 4-way power shaft, or we have to go straight out and then up. But I think what we're going to want to do is connect these all the same way. Actually, if we do that, I don't need to have this as a double, or at all, and I don't need to have this as a double, but this one does. So this could actually be a single. And that would come up to here, and then I could just have a right angle going in over this way. I think that would work kind of nicely. Yeah, let's do that. But I do still have to have these two connected. Oh, look, that's completely dried up. Wow. All right, let's... no power at all. I don't like this one bit. How? Oh, geez. How am I gonna make this work? So now I don't have any power. Okay, well let's take a second here. Let's evaluate our options. I can research this. I do have the technology. I have the gears. I don't quite have the metal. But I also have the dynamite. I could. Well, I'm going to go ahead and research it anyway. This is kind of a cool little design. I could come to this closest one. Yeah, look at this. Closed or open. It's not going to show the animation until it's, actually done. But let's take a second here, make sure all of our builders are bots, and they are. Haulers should all be bots. Maybe. Yes, they are, and there's also only there's only 2 of them. Okay, what about in Beaverburg proper? How many haulers we got? 2. All right. Well, the good news is this is already accessible here. If we dedicate all of our energy into into sending the bots into the badwater to construct the oh no. Okay. Is this going to be another one of those things that I end up regretting in about 5 seconds after I start doing it? Because I really, really, really need this power. What can I use to get more metal? What can I demolish? Oh no, now none of the bots can recharge. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna... oh no, I'm gonna have to build in. I hate these things. I hate these things so much. Engine's worthless. Alright. Oh, where can I put one of these? Oh, this isn't gonna be good. See, I gotta find a spot to put one of these things so I can keep making metal blocks and charge the bots, mind you. Because now I've got a lot of power. Why would you do this? I guess, oh, if I really, really cared, I would have this guy, because it's the very closest one. I would have them build this first, but this district does not have all the materials. They'd have to import it, which means they would have to... Yep. Ah, you boomed me again, Mechanistry. Absolutely boomed me. Because I can't send biobeavers into this. That's gonna be such a disaster. If I do this here, they could actually charge these guys, but it really should be connected. I'm just gonna have to do it. Oh, I hate these engines so much. Oh god, these are terrible. So if I put this here, that's pretty much the only place I can actually connect this without oh. Okay, no, I can put one here. I guess if I have to, begrudgingly and with much distaste, I guess I could actually build a couple of engines. Just 2 of them. And then reluctantly charge everything else. Pause the number cruncher. I guess I just need to actually pause everything that is not essential and it consumes power. Coffee breweries, don't need 4 of them. Well, right now I'm not going to have any of them. Badwater pumps, doesn't matter. Engines, unfortunately, have to exist. Fermenters, why do I have 10 of these going? We have so much food. I'm just gonna pause all of these to try and concentrate our bots that can actually work. into certain areas. Because these are already done by beavers. But we have so much food. I'm going to pause all these. No, you can't let me forget that I've paused these. This is your responsibility as a viewer. I'm calling upon you. Don't let me forget that I've paused these. If they're still paused at the end of this video, please, I beg of you. Or it will be absolutely unbridled chaos. Going to pause gear workshops. Pause grease factories. Pause the lumber mills. Anything using power that is not a smelter. It's going to have to be what we do here. Oh, man, I'm going to have to pause all these too. Yep, going to pause both of those. So now, our demand is 1750. What is demanding all this power? These are only 200 apiece. Have I not paused? I thought I paused everything. Or is it, oh, this is still turning. Okay, no, that's got to be paused. Well, the smelters are smeltering. So that's progress, I suppose. I need one log. Are they going to put it in? Or do I not have enough? I only have, oh god, I only have 43 bots. I only have 43 bots that are actually working. Is that how many are out of power? Incapacitated, 54. Yep. we don't have the power yet. But hey, I'm making 400 out of 950 required. Woohoo. Yay, progress. Okay, let's get these double platforms put in as well. Gotta have that. Gotta have that going. These guys are so lost. It's just unfortunate. See, I didn't even think about that. I didn't think it would be empty that fast either. Well, man, we really are going to be in some tough toast if we don't have this taken care of. But hey, they built this. Yay. Now stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Hammer time. Stop. Stop. Please stop that. I don't need this. I don't need this. Go do literally anything else with all of your ability to do everything. Just stop it. Go somewhere else. Do not waste your power over here. All right, well, the engine is built. It just can't be operated yet because it's, yeah. So. Oh, come on, really? Don't tell me you're out of... Are you serious? You're out of planks. Yep, that's what I get. That is what I get for putting this water wheel in place before understanding just how much of a disaster I was going to unleash upon everything. Okay. Let's unpause an industrial lumber mill right in time for the beavers who I just gave them fewer hours to work, not to be able to work. All right, and I don't have enough bots. Oh, jeez, man. All right. You got to go back to work. I'm sorry. I can't be reducing hours when we're in a crisis like this. Man, this bites. This is just incredibly frustrating. Absolutely debilitating. Anyway, nothing else we can do about that. We just kind of have to do what we have to do. Fortunately, these guys can charge themselves. Kind of. And we're putting stuff in. I'm sorry, I will take this back down from 18 hours later once we're actually, you know, properly operating again. It's just, man. I thought we were doing so well, and then they had to change everything again. And all of that, I still am 100 blocks short because I had to use metal to build the thing to produce metal so I can build a badwater discharge. Well, hopefully as these bots continue charging themselves up, we'll be able to slowly do more and more of what we're supposed to be doing here. Because right now, I still have 26 incapacitated, 47 vacancies, even with everything that we've paused. Now, I should probably decrease the priority on these builders' huts to try and let them go do other things. But there's really not that much more they can be doing. At least our well-being for our bio beavers is 38. That's something we can be happy about. Got plenty of water, plenty of food, even if it's going to become an issue in a little bit because I had to pause everything, but the beavers are not going to starve. Again, I beg you, remind me that I have paused all of these things if they're not turned back on before the end of this episode, because we're going to have a really bad time if I don't fix that. So now is the fun part where I eagerly watch them build all this stuff that will then still not be finished by the time the drought's over. But it's become abundantly clear that we absolutely have to have these bad water discharges, even if we're never going to close them. So that's fun. At least we have the gears. Planks are going to be a problem. Planks are going to be a big problem. Do I have... If I make these a priority, I guess I could be okay. Yeah, let's bring our bots back in to do this, even if I have to take them away from something else. It's not like we're going to need the builders that much anyway. If they're only building a couple things, they can do that all by themselves. See, the stairs are almost done. Yeah, I just gotta come all the way over here. And we have plenty of logs, so we don't need to worry about that. It's just, man, this is big time irritating that I ended up doing this way. So, not that I'm going to be building these right now because they require planks that I don't have. But the general idea is going to have that here, these connected all the way down this side, and then that'll angle into here where we'll have, you know, other fun stuff, chargers, and then all of our wind tunnels and the fun things that come with that. But for now, we're still limping along with all of our all of our engines doing 45% capacity on the power here, because I think we have to be charging all these bots. How many capacity do we still have? 24. All right, well, it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. At least we have scrap metal already, because that was going to be a huge problem. I'm going to have to pause these charging stations. At least half of them as soon as this guy's gone. There's no real reason I would have to charge or pause the ones I'm pausing. I just want it to be, what's the word? Symmetrical. For literally no reason. All right, that's paused. Has that, yes, now that's much more manageable, especially that the beavers are no longer working in the smelters here. But I need that to be automated. I just can't believe how much power they're still drawing. And yes, I have checked. The number cruncher is paused. Don't worry. It just seems kind of unreal that 875 just for down here, because all of these are paused. This guy isn't, well, I guess I could just pause that because these guys aren't really doing much of anything. But we got to keep them ready in case we get contaminated beavers again. Yeah, so now we have 50% power. Did they actually manage to come over here? All right, just need the stairs. At least I don't need planks to build this thing. Man, that would I would be unhappy if I needed planks for that. What a nightmare that would be, man. Now, the problem is we have only 3 haulers for all this stuff that's been prioritized by haulers, but I can't get any back because I can't charge them. I don't have enough juice. I have nowhere else I can build an engine. And I don't want to use all the metal to do it, especially when we're going to get this back in 1.5 days. But it's going to take quite some time for the badwater to actually come back through here. That's going to be rough. That's going to be actually bad. And here I thought I was being so intelligent, doing this the way that I was. Just goes to show you. No matter what, something will screw you. It's the law of the land. I mean, I just wish I didn't have to have planks to build these things. I can put this in. So I can at the very least take care of that. And then put this guy here, which most likely is going to become a row of charging stations for the bots. And then we can have the power come out the side. But obviously now that is no longer a priority because guess what? These take metal. And we need the metal to go here so we can discharge the water appropriately. We've got a quite the problem to resolve. And what's really going to be funny about this is since I decided in my infinite wisdom, that is a joke, that I would do another episode of this back to back because we got this new update and that would be fun and exciting. And boy, howdy is it sure fun and exciting. Because now we've got chaos. But you're not going to get another episode of this until maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday of next week. Because I had to shuffle my slots around. I don't know. We'll see. If the outcry is loud enough, we might bump something again. But I bumped the what do you call it? The Folktales playthrough. Normally on Fridays for this video. So that means Water Beaver's still on Saturday. Folktales going to be on Sunday. I guess the Monday slot isn't married to anything, so that could possibly be another episode of this. I don't know. Let me know if you have opinions on that, and we'll see what ends up happening. But man, these guys are, well, some of them are just absolutely super slow. This definitely is not going to be done before the end of the drought. But we've learned, boy, have we learned that this is an interesting and fun change that has been applied to the game. And we didn't even get to test whether or not this actually stops contamination. I'm going to guess, based off of how this looks over here. Well, it would look, if we had bad water here, that this little trench is not actually going to stop anything, and we might have to put the irrigation barriers in place. So we'll see what happens. The good news, though, is that we have 144 metal blocks, which we still need another 60-ish to take care of, well, 50-ish to take care of this one bad water discharge. But hey, we survived the drought. Did not think this was going to be a problem, but it very quickly became one. So, yeah, now the bad water is back, which means hopefully sometime very, very soon this will spill over with all of its terrible poison nastiness and give us power once again. So, yeah. Super interesting turn of events that I was not expecting. But, hey, it makes for exciting YouTube, I guess. You get to learn of the struggles in real time along with me, because I did not know it would cause this amount of chaos. But that's part of the fun. At the very least, I probably should have this set to open. Oh, it did the animation. Neat. Let's actually zoom in and watch that. Yeah, so it opens kind of like an Oculus, or an iris on a camera, or the, well, you know, there's stadiums that are like this, but look at this. That's cool. I like that quite a lot. But we're going to leave that open so that when it is finished, it doesn't impede the flow of anything. And man, it is going to take them so long to get water actually flowing back where it needs to go. What a mess. What a mess, man. But hey, we got some more corn, and since we paused all of our food stuff, we still have almost 5,000 food. So I think we've done pretty well for ourselves. I am going to keep this stuff paused just for the time being, because we, you know, still don't have power, but we are going to turn these back on. Oh, this is, why is this flooding? It shouldn't be flooding. Definitely should not be flooding. We can go ahead, since this is operating. Is this actually? Yes. I can turn those industrial lumber mills back on, thankfully, and then we'll get some more of that. And I have this smelter as well can get turned back on. Other than that, I don't think we really need to worry about too much over here. The bots should be mostly charging themselves back up again as soon as the water comes back through. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Flowing back in. Generating the tiniest bit of power. But some point soon we'll take care of that. Oh, you know what? Since this bridge is back, we can... yeah, we can get rid of all this. And we can actually turn this into stairs. That's one thing I was going to do, and then we got bamboozled by the drought fund. Yeah, because that's got to go down. So this, I guess, will end up being turned into something else that is fun. I guess, yeah, let's make this into a double dynamite, because that will then allow me to just have the staircase down like that. Yeah, we're not going to have this finished anytime soon. Not at all. But we learned something, didn't we? Actually have power coming out of this. Nice. So I think once this is back up to its, shall we say, full strength, it's going to be putting out a lot of power. Because there's going to be quite a lot going through. And this is going to be flooded again. Let's not forget. So we really don't want to send our biobeavers down here. So just going to ignore that conveniently for the time being. And... okay, we're generating power. We are generating power. So the very first thing... oh, man. I need metal blocks to make bots, and I need bots to make metal blocks. What a pain. Goes to show you, kids, mismanagement is a serious crime. How are we doing? How are we doing on this? Yeah, we're nowhere close. They're just taking so long because I don't have enough bots here. Yep, we're losing bots left and right. I've got unemployed bots in which district? Should be... I shouldn't have... oh, okay, because these are paused. That's why. Extract. I got 2,300. Dynamite, I've got enough. I probably should turn these back on, but I don't think I'm going to be that stressed about it. Yeah, we definitely want to build these badwater domes here as well, but we don't have enough metal. So that, I guess, can be what we focus on next episode, because man, we sure aren't ready. Sure are not ready for everything that we've been trying to do here. At least these are fully good to go. The bots should be able to charge. The only problem is we no longer have enough bots because they've been busy. Yep, this is a disaster. It takes so much time to fix. But this is already making 400. Wow, and it's increasing. Yeah, we're gonna be making a ton of power over here. Plenty of power for wind tunnels and bot charging and all of that fun stuff, but that's going to have to come next time. You know how this goes. Always something that comes up. I had so many other plans for today's episode too, but now you get to see the real-time consequences of me being an idiot. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn these all back on. Well, the plank stuff back on. Turn one oil press back on. One coffee brewery back on. But we definitely need the planks. 100% need the planks, need the gears. And we have wood. So that's looking okay. We have plenty of treated planks. We don't really need those quite yet. But we really got to get all that other stuff back going again. And especially the bots. But I can't really have the metal being used for bots unless it's being replaced which unfortunately seems to be not the case. But I'm going to turn on one set. Got the bot chassis there. I've got... Can't zoom in enough to click. Come on. Making me look like an idiot here. There we go. Bot heads. And one bot limbs down here. We'll turn those on, because the bots have to be assembled. Oh, and I don't even have... Oh, I don't even have enough bots to run the assemblers. All right. Well, these get to be regular BioBeaver jobs again. Sorry about you. It's going to be a little violent. You're going to get injured, and you're not going to be able to heal yourselves, but that's it's the way she goes. So do we have medical beds? I guess I'm going to have to build some medical beds. I thought I was going to get away with not having any. But we can put them right here. Let's put 5 of those bad boys in place, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to get rid of them again. But yep, that was an experience, I'll tell you that. We're back to making a lot of power, which is good to see, which means, guess what? I can pause these engines. And I guess we're going to need more science at some point, so I'll turn that back on because we're making plenty of power. And now most of our bots should be good to go. I guess I can turn one of these back on and the dynamite. That doesn't seem to be a problem anymore now that we have power. What an exciting and chaotic episode this was, huh? God, they still haven't even gotten close to this. So badwater domes are going to be next time. I'm going to put them everywhere and leave them open because bad things happen when you don't have enough bad water. But we did kind of fix our farms a little bit. And I did put in a couple of these irrigation barriers. So in the event that we do have a bad tide, not all of this land is going to be completely wasted. We probably want to put these down in the bottom, but I do want to see what happens first. And we need soybean storage. How do I not have raw soybean storage? That's something we can fix. Let's let's take this down. I had no idea. Pine resin, canola seeds. This guy right here, I'm going to turn into raw soybean storage. I had no idea that I didn't even have any soybean storage. Well, that works because another thing we've got to put, I guess I just have to click this. We need to move our, these things, fermenters down here. And I was going to save a bunch of space right there, so you want that to be accessible. All right, so I guess that's going to have to be the end of this episode because we've got coming up on the hour mark again. But we got a lot of good stuff done, a lot of interesting find out the hard way science conducted, and I think we can feel good about that. So don't forget, let me know if you want to see this again on Monday or if you want me to try to catch up with one of the other series. And of course, hope you can join us for all of our other fun. A reminder, no live stream on Saturday because I will have to be busy with real life things. So instead, I'm going to try and do one tonight as of the release of this video, Friday, perhaps starting a little bit earlier than I normally would for an evening live stream to see if our European friends can take part. Those of you in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, etc., sorry, it's going to be in the middle of the night. There's just no way around it. But look for that information. I'll put a community post out when I decide what time that's going to be. But we got to get our diorama map finished, see what we can accomplish there, and move on to the next live stream challenge series because that's going to be all sorts of fun. But yep, hope you join us for that. As always, thanks for being here. Thank you, Beard Boosters, for your fantastic support. And I hope whatever you are doing with the rest of your day, you have a fun and safe time. And we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.